2 weeks ago, at our town board meeting here in this room on October 3rd, anybody who's here, or anybody who watched it live, or anybody who's watched the tape, I have a few apologies I want to give out because that meeting was not the best effort, especially from my perspective as the supervisor. I want to start with Ginny Wynn. Ginny went in to table a resolution and I cut her off. And that's inappropriate. And it's interesting in hindsight, if you watch that tape, if I wouldn't have cut Ginny off and she tabled it and it got tabled, we still would have had a lot of dialogue on that resolution, even though we wouldn't have voted on it that night. And I think things would have gone a lot smoother. So there's a lesson that I can learn from that, and I want to apologize to you, Ginny. I also want to apologize to Councilwoman Wright because you might notice on today's board meeting agenda that there is no queue up of who gives the motion and who seconds it. We're gonna not do that for some time being. We're gonna think about that, Jennifer, because I know that was your idea, and it's a good idea. Last week, that resolution had queued up with Patty doing the motion and me seconding. I think it's best for us right now to just let it be the way it's been for years here, and it be more organic per se, that if a board member wants to make a motion, whether it's for the resolution or if they want to make a motion to table, it's not written on the agenda who's going to make motions for that resolution. So I just wanted to give you a heads up that we'll come back to that, but let's let it just sleep for a little bit. And then last but not least, and this is really an apology to John Cahill, but it also extends out to Ginny Wynn and to Jennifer Wright. Because if you watched that tape or you were here, John Cahill asked a legitimate question, and I think it was to Brayton Connor, when he was up at the podium describing the process that we had done for the town legal services. And John, if I remember correctly, you asked, can we now talk to some of the law firms? And I just impetuously jumped in, and Irish temper took over. I was annoyed, I guess, and I said, why don't we just end this charade? We know you've been talking to those law firms anyway. I now know that was unequivocally, irrefutably inaccurate. He had not been talking to those law firms, Ginny had not been talking to those law firms, and neither had Jennifer. So that was unconscionable on my part, and I really want to apologize for that, and I just hope I can do better in the future. We all can learn. So.
Well, and I appreciate the apology, and my reaction to the accusation was completely inappropriate also, so I apologize for that.
I would have been ticked off myself if somebody said I did something I didn't do, John, so no need to apologize.